Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brian Anthony, your host, with Beyond Babbitt, reporting for duty. Reporting for duty. And we're live. All right, get them, coach. San Antonio in the house. Well, guys, that blood moon may have kicked something off. I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm just going to get right to it. The blood moon. Oh, let me do this right here. Okay, that's a little better for me. Yeah, that blood moon may have done something. That Israel has been attacking Syria and Iran. And vice versa. Russia's made threats to Israel. I mean, it's been some major fighting going on, guys. And there's something like an underground news channel. I don't know how true it is. I can't verify it one way or the other, but they're saying like we got U.S. military sailing towards North Korea. It was something like North Korea was going to try to test a missile or something like a tsunami bomb or something over the Pacific. And it looks like we're sailing that way. I can't verify that. So that could just be, but seeing as that we're in a high alert, anything's possible right about now. So Russia said the S-300s this time took out a lot of Israel's missiles that they launched into Syria, striking Iranian targets. And Syria struck back, shot some stuff at Israel. And I think Israel and Iran are about to really go at it right about now. And I think we still have a presence over there. We had sailed through the Strait of Hormuz or something like that not too long ago, practicing for something like this. And so maybe our guys are still over there. Yeah, that is what that means. So it's the perfect storm, like we've been saying. I believe the stock market is up again today, and that's all an illusion. That's the smoke and mirrors. So, guys, I think I told y'all about what Dave Hodges with the Common Sense Show had reported, that they may try to eliminate President Trump and Pence before the State of the Union address, and then Nazi Pelosi would become the president. And he had reported that then she would bring in Hillary to be the vice president, and then step down, and Hillary would become president. Someone left a comment on that video, and it was a nice comment, actually, and it makes more sense to me, especially because of the dream I had, that they would get rid of Trump and Pence. Nazi Pelosi becomes the president, and then makes her vice, and then she steps down. And then we have President O again. That's deep. Just in time. Hello, Joe Berlin. That would be just in time. Mark of the Beast system. That's not good at all, Michael Bennett. But all the pieces fit right there. I mean, it seems far-fetched. But this is chess, not checkers. So that would be a scary thought. Not good at all. So there's not going to be a deal reached. From my understanding, people are starting to file for bankruptcy already. So it's going to pinch. They're going to be, I imagine there's going to be more people moving in together to save money, to make it, to pay bills. I once did a report about how America is the #1 country in the world with the most single-person households. You know, like one person in a house, one person in an apartment, one person in a cabin or wherever you live. A lot of that's about to change. A lot of that is about to change. Well, guys, what do you think about that? Leave a comment for me. Leave a comment down below. The blood moon, I saw it. I went out and saw it. I caught Jimmy from Tucson. Is he in here? All right, Mike Bennett. Yeah, let's get some thumbs up. Get some likes up. Appreciate it. Appreciate all my subscribers, new subscribers. Appreciate everybody who likes, shares, and subscribe. Yeah, that was a freaky thing. But I looked up and I saw it and I was like, wow. It was eerie looking. Then I saw it at different times. Every time I saw it though, it was something different. It was eerie looking. It was scary. Yeah, that thing was scary. Oh. Well, it's warmed up here. It's in the 40s. We're supposed to go to the 50s or something, but it feels colder today because the wind is blowing. Yeah, I think they said we were supposed to get as high as 59 or 60. But it's got a cold wind. But yeah, guys, what do you think about that? We already know there's a lot of movement around the U.S. A lot of strange things happening. We've seen them loading up the trains and unloading the trains and just transporting all around the U.S. So, and it looks like they may militarize the border soon. That was the tweet, wasn't it? So, things are getting a little strange out here. And it's becoming more real every day. Just trying to grasp it, you know. Just realizing, not me, Mike Bennett. I don't want to be in charge of this mess. Just trying to realize it. Life, you know, the things the things that are really important at the end of the day. Because a lot of people, there's a scripture that talks about how man's life is more than the abundance of possessions that he owns. But there's a lot of people start to lose stuff, and some of them aren't going to be able to take it as, that well. But in America, that's how you judge success, right? Haven't you seen the bumper stickers that say something like, "He who dies with the most toys wins," stuff like that? The most money, the biggest houses, the best cars, jewelry, whatever, That's how they judge it, right? Well, they got plans for us now. Big plans. What'd he say? It's a big idea. Yeah, they are. People are so deceived. And it's going to hit a lot of people like a ton of bricks here real soon. Because the quote-unquote conspiracy nuts or the conspiracy theorists weren't theorists after all, weren't nuts after all. And yeah, there's a conspiracy. Several of them. So, it's going to hit a lot of people like a ton of bricks. Because if they could wrap their mind around it now, I mean, it'll still be bad, but not as bad. Just knowing it's coming. But for those who are in denial, no, it can't. It'll never. Oh, man. Oh, man, it's going to, all in one day. Shock, state of shock. I didn't do it yet, Michael Bennett. Yeah. So, it's deep, guys. It's deep. I'm still just trying to resets have happened before. Resets happen it's a cycle. I mean, you wonder sometimes if it's planned like that or if it just happens like that, like it's 24 hours in a day, so they tell us, right? So it's just that time. But they do have evil plans. And I started to go into Revelation to make it real for the the people who are caught up or who are in heaven before the Lord comes back with his wrath. The saints who are up there, it talks about how they were killed. That's why they're up there. In other words, they weren't raptured. So yeah, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. But I just want everybody to realize what's on the doorsteps right now. What we're looking at. We can see it coming. It's just right down there, It's like, what can you do about it? What can you do about it? How can you actually stop it? Sometimes you can't. But do you ever just get to a point to where you just give up and just roll over and let it happen? Nah. You gotta just Bob Marley. What's that song? Anyway, he said, "We got to face the day. Huh? Come what may. Yeah. Yeah. So we're in for some interesting times, guys. We're going to be around to witness it. We got to keep our faith up because this is where the supernatural is going to come into play. We got to be strong. We got to believe more than what these churches is teaching you, man. What the churches, man, the institutionalized churches, the traditional churches, they've taken the power, having a sense of godliness, but denying the power thereof. That's how it's written in Scripture. It's more. The stuff that's in the Bible that you read, the miracles and that from Genesis on through Revelation, we got to believe that because we can do that. That's the power of a believer. That's the spirit. We're going to need that. Without that, we toast. We toast. That's where it's going to come from. Yeah. Yeah. Because it talks about there's going to be some people to be alive when he comes. See. Well, they say occupy until he comes. Well, we got to go through tribulation. That's what he said. That's what he said. And see, Satan come down with his wrath first. Say, woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Oh, he come down because he know he has but little time. And then after he try to do his damage, saints of God fighting with him. They fighting with him. You're not winning every battle, but you're winning some of them. You're putting up a good fight. And then God come and get his bride, because it talk about how he coming after a church without spot, without wrinkle, and without blemish. It's not like that right now. It's not like that. That's why these comedians making jokes about the church. That's why, come on, man. It's not like that right now. So when they get purified, it's going to get purified too. That's when he coming. And then his wrath coming. And see, but he going to be with the bride. The bridegroom and the bride going to be together. And then his wrath going to hit. See, the church is not reserved for wrath. The Hebrews, the Israelites, the church. The Bible talks about how Moses was with the church in the wilderness. They would have us to believe that the church didn't come about until the New Testament. Nah. Doesn't fit Scripture. Anyway, guys, be encouraged. We're going to fight. We're going to win in the end. It's just we're going to have to get geared up to, like, I can only make an analogy about a football player or some type of athlete. There's always a possibility you can get in the game and get hurt. But you're going for the victory, though. So with that said, we got to march on. Oh, yeah. Beyond Babbitt. This is Polar Bear. Beyond Babbitt, Brian Anthony.